Two young black girls stood at the airport gate, clutching their teddy bears and tickets in hand, their hearts full of excitement for their first-ever flight alone. But as the boarding line moved forward, a flight attendant stepped in front of them, her tone sharp and eyes cold. "Sorry, you can't board without a guardian," she said, ignoring their paperwork. Passengers stared. Whispers followed. The girls froze, fear replacing their joy. What no one knew was who their father was and what he would do when he discovered the truth. Watch until the end. Wait a second, tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Naya and Naomi were only 10 years old, bright, polite, and inseparable twin sisters. Their father, Marcus Henderson, had promised them this trip for months. He was a man who worked tirelessly, rarely home, but always kept his word. As the CEO of a major global airline, Marcus understood the skies better than anyone. He booked his daughter's flights on a different airline, wanting them to experience travel like ordinary passengers, not as the boss's kids. He wanted them to see the world's kindness firsthand. Their aunt was waiting for them across the country. The twins were thrilled, dressed neatly with every document in order. As they reached the gate, they rehearsed what their dad had taught them. Be polite, be patient, be proud of who you are. They had no idea the lesson that awaited them would test those very words most cruelly. The gate area was crowded. Laughter, chatter, and the smell of coffee filled the air. The twins approached the boarding agent, handed their passports, and smiled. The woman looked down, then up again. Her expression changed. "Where are your parents?" she asked flatly. "Our dad dropped us off. Our aunt's waiting for us in Chicago," Nia said softly, pointing to the travel consent letter their father had signed and notarized. The woman barely glanced at it. "You'll have to step aside," she said curtly. Minutes turned into half an hour. Passengers boarded one by one while the girls stood in confusion. A man in line whispered, "What's the holdup?" Another voice murmured, "They don't look like first-class material anyway." The flight attendant's expression hardened. "Rules are rules. You'll need someone to verify this story." Naomi's eyes filled with tears. "But our daddy, he's enough!" The attendant snapped. The gate closed. The plane took off without them. Nia held her sister's hand tightly, her small voice trembling. "Did we do something wrong?" The staff exchanged glances, whispering and chuckling as if nothing had happened. But one airport worker had recorded everything on her phone, unable to ignore what she'd just witnessed. Within the hour, that video would reach someone powerful, someone whose daughters were still sitting in that terminal, humiliated and crying on the cold airport floor. Marcus Henderson was mid-meeting when his phone buzzed repeatedly. His assistant's trembling voice came through. "Sir, you need to see this." The video showed his twin girls being denied boarding, treated like imposters, their papers waved off, their tears ignored. His chest tightened. Anger, pain, disbelief. Within minutes, he was on the phone with the airline's corporate director. "Ground every single flight," Marcus ordered coldly. "Until I say otherwise." The news spread like wildfire. A major airline halts operations due to an internal investigation into racism. Cameras swarmed the airport as Marcus arrived in person. He found his daughters huddled together, still clutching their teddy bears, eyes red from crying. The same staff who mocked them now stood frozen, realizing too late who they had humiliated. Marcus didn't raise his voice. He walked past security, kneeled beside his daughters, and whispered, "You did nothing wrong." Then he looked up, his voice calm but firm. "Every one of you who doubted them will learn today what accountability means." Within days, the airline's CEO resigned. Policies changed. Mandatory anti-racism and sensitivity training became law across multiple carriers. But for Marcus, it wasn't about power, it was about dignity. His daughters learned something that day, that silence only protects the wrong side. As for the world watching, it was a brutal reminder that prejudice still hides behind polite smiles and corporate uniforms. How many more innocent lives must be humiliated before equality truly takes flight? Tell us, which country and city are you watching from? Take care.